house. And the guy. And working just as hard for you. Let's see what this crew can do. You might say the boy was tough, 'cause he was touched by the gods themselves. Give it up for Orpheus. There was one more soul on this road. Girl coming in from the cold on the railroad line, on the road to hell. There was a young girl looking for something to eat, and brother thus begins the tale of Orpheus and Eurydice. Eurydice was a hungry young girl, a runaway from everywhere she'd ever been. She was no stranger to the world, no stranger to the wind.
Weather ain't the way it was before. Ain't no spring or fall at all anymore. It's either blazing hot or freezing cold. Anyway, the wind blows.
And there ain't a thing that you can do when the weather takes a turn on you. Said, but hurry up and hit the road. Anyway, the wind blows. Wind comes up. Ooh.
Do you hear that sound?
Wind comes up.
Move to another town. Ain't nobody gonna stick around
When the dark clouds roll, anyway, the wind blows.
You met the fates, remember them?
Anybody got a match?
Always singing in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Wherever it was this young girl went, the fates were close behind.
People turn on you just like the wind. Everybody is a fair weather friend. In the end, you're better off alone. Anyway, the wind blows.
When your body's to lay it down,
not say he was naive to the ways of the world, but he had a way with words and the rhythm and the rhyme, and he sang just like a bird up on a line. And it ain't because I'm kind, cause his mama was a friend of mine, and I like to hear him sing and his way of seeing things. So I took him underneath my wing, and that is where he stayed until one day. You want to talk to her?
Yes.
Go on. Orpheus,
Yes.
don't come on too strong.
Come home with me. The man who's gonna marry you. I'm Orpheus.
Is she always like this?
Yes.
I'm Eurydice.
Your name is like a melody.
A singer. Is that what you are?
I also play the lyre.
Oh, a liar and a player too. I've met too many men like you.
Oh no, I'm not like that.
He's not like any man you've met. Tell her what you're working on.
I'm working on a song. It isn't finished yet, but when it's done and when I sing it, spring will come again.
Come again?
Spring will come.
When? I haven't seen a spring or fall since. I can't recall.
That's what I'm working on. A song for fixing what's wrong. Take what's broken, make it whole. A song so beautiful, it brings the world back into tune. Back in time, and all the flowers will bloom. You become my wife.
Oh, he's crazy. Why would I become his wife?
Maybe because he'll make you feel alive.
Alive? It's worth a lot. What else you got? Tell me if you can. Who's gonna buy the wedding dance? Times being what they are, hot and getting hotter all the time.
When I sing this song, all the rivers will sing along. They're gonna break their banks for us, and with their gold be generous. All the flashing in the pan, all to fashion for your hand. River's gonna give us the wedding bands.
Lover, tell me if you're able. Who's gonna lay the wedding table? Times being what they are, dark and getting darker all the time.
When I sing my song, all the trees gonna sing along, and they're gonna bend their branches down to lay their fruit upon the ground. The almond and the apple, and the sugar from the maple. The trees gonna lay the wedding table.
So when you sing your song, the one you're working on, spring will come again?
Yes,
Why don't you sing it then?
it isn't finished.
Sing it. You wanna take me home?
Yes.
We'll sing the song.
La
and so it can't do this.
I know.
You have to finish it. Mother, tell me when we're wed, who's gonna make the wedding bed? Times being what they are, hot and getting hotter all the time.
When I sing my song, all the birds gonna sing along, and they'll come flying from all around to lay their feathers on the ground, and we'll lie down and iron down the pillow beneath our heads. The birds gonna make the wedding bed.
And the tree's gonna lay the wedding table.
The river's gonna give us the wedding bells.
Where'd you get that melody?
When it came to me, as if I'd known it all along.
You have. It's an old song. A song of love from long ago. Long time since I heard it go.
You've heard that melody before?
Sure.
Tell me more.
Remember the tale I told you once about the gods?
Which ones?
Hades and Persephone. Remember how it used to be? Their love that made the world go round.
Yeah, I remember now. But that was long ago.
Tell it again, though.
King of shadows. King of shades. Hades was king of the underworld. But he fell in love with a beautiful lady who walks up above in her mother's green field. He fell in love with Persephone, who was gathering flowers in the light of the sun, and he took her home to become his queen. When the sun never shone on anyone.
Go on.
The lady loved him and the kingdom they shared. Without her above, not one flower would grow. So King Hades agreed that for half of each year she would stay with him there in his world down below. With the other half, she could walk in the sun. And the sun in turn burns twice as bright, which is where the seasons come from. And within the cycle of the seed and the sickle, and the lives and the people, and the birds in their flight.
Singing. Down below and up above. In harmony and rhythm. The gods sang a song of love. And the world sang it with them. But that was long ago, before we were on this road. And on the road to hell there was a lot of waiting. Everybody waiting on the train. Waiting on the train to bring that lady with the suitcase back again. She never asked.
share, asking nothing in return, except that we should live and learn to live as brothers in this life, and the trust she will provide.
All right.
And if no one takes too much, there will always be enough.
True that.
She will always fill our cups.
I will.
We will always raise them up. To the world we dream about. And the one we live in now. Cause right now we're living.
Orpheus was a tall boy, but he had a gift to give. He could make you see how the world could be. In spite of the way that it is, and you really see was a young girl, but she'd seen how the world was. When she fell in spite of herself, in love with Orpheus.
I was alone so long, I didn't even know that I was lonely. Out in the cold so long, I didn't even know that I was gone. Turn my color to the wind. This is how it's always been. All I've ever known is how to hold my own. All I've ever known is how to hold my own. But now I'm gonna hold you too. You take me in your arms and suddenly there's sunlight around me. Everything bright and warm and shining like it never did before. And for a moment I forget just how dark and cold it gets. All I've ever known is how to hold my own. All I've ever known is how to hold my own. Now I'm gonna hold you. Now I'm gonna hold you close. I don't wanna ever have to let you go. Now I'm gonna hold you tight. I don't wanna go back to the
I don't know how or why. Who am I that I should get to hold you? But when I saw you all alone against the sky, it's like I'd known you all along. I knew you before we met, and I don't even know you yet. All I know is you're someone I have always known. All I know is you're someone I have always known. And I don't even know you now. I'm gonna hold you close. I don't wanna ever have to let you go.
suddenly the sunlight bright and warm.
Suddenly I'm holding the world in my arms.
stay with each other, then it will always be like this.
On the road to hell, there was a railroad track.
Come on!
There was a train coming up from way down below.
That was not 6 months.
Say the days of suitcase back. Guess it's time to go.
She's gonna ride that train. She's gonna ride that train. She's gonna ride that train to the end of the line. 'Cause the king of the mountain is coming to call. Did you ever wonder what it's like on the underside?
Way down
On
under.
the other side.
Way down yonder.
On the other side of his wall. Follow that down, coming all the way down. Far away from the poorhouse door. Either get to hell or to Hades town. Ain't no difference anymore. Way down, Hades town, way down under the ground. Hamburg, Holland, the whistle go. Train come rolling, clickety clack. Everybody trying to get a ticket to go. But those who go, they don't come back. Going way down, Hades town, way down under the ground.
Until night, summer's o'er, hear that high and lonesome sound. How my husband traveled for to bring me home to Hades Town. Way down, Hades Town, way down under the ground. Down there, it's a bunch of stiffs. Brother, I'll be bored to death. Gonna have to import some stuff just to entertain myself. Give me morphine in the tin. Give me a crate of food in the line. Takes a lot of medicine to make it through into town. Way down, Hades Town, way down under the ground.
Living in a dirty and a wishing well. Living in a leaking up the door. Always shining with the tales. Where do you think they come from? Way down, Hades Town, way down under the ground.
Everybody hungry, everybody tired, everybody slaved by the sweat of the brow. Wages and nothing in the work is hard. It's a graveyard. And Hades town, way down. Hades town, way down under the ground. It's the Hades of the big old bar.
With a silver whistle and a golden scale.
Raise the corn. Sail.
To the king on the chromium throne. To the bottom of a Sing Sing cell.
The wheel squeal and the big wheel roll.
And you better forget about your wishing well. Way down, Hades Town, way down under the ground.
On the road to hell, there was a railroad car. And the car door opened and a man stepped out. Everybody looked and everybody saw it was the same man they'd been singing about.
You're early.
I missed you.
Mr. Hades is a mighty king. Must be making some mighty good deals. Seems like he owns everything.
Kinda makes you wonder how it feels.
All aboard! A one, a two, a one, a two. Way down, Hades town, Stephanie gone, the cold came on.
Came too soon. He came for her too soon. It's not supposed to be like this.
Well, till someone brings the world back into tune. This is how it is.
Orpheus had a gift to give.
There we're going.
Blessed by the gods is what he was.
I have to finish the song.
Finish it quick. The wind is changing. There's a storm coming on.
Wind comes up. Wind comes up.
We need firewood.
Orpheus and Eurydice,
Did you hear me, Orpheus?
hold on working on a song.
Orpheus.
Young girl looking for something to eat
Okay, finish it.
under a gathering storm.
King of silver. King of gold. Everything glittering under the ground. Hades is king of oil and coal. And the riches that flow where those rivers are found. Half the year with Persephone gone, his loneliness moves in him crude and black. He thinks it was right in the arms of the sun, and jealousy fuels him and feeds him and fills him with doubt that she'll never come, dread that she'll never come, doubt that his lover will ever come back. King of mortar, king of bricks, the river Styx is a river of stones, and Hades lays them high and thick with a million hands that are not his own. With a million hands he builds a wall around all the riches he digs from the earth. The pickaxe splashes the hammer falls, and crashing and pounding his rivers surround him and drown out the sound of the song he once heard.
In the coldest time of year, why is it so hot down here? Hotter than a crucible. It ain't right and it ain't natural.
Mother, you were gone so long, Lord, I was lonesome. So I built a foundry in the ground beneath your feet. Here I fashioned things of steel, oil drums and automobiles. Then I kept that furnace fed with the fossils of the dead. Lover, when you feel that fire, think of it as my desire. Think of it as my desire for you.
La 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 la. warehouse walls and factory floors. I don't know you anymore. And in the meantime, up above, the harvest dies and people starve. Oceans rise and overflow. It ain't right and it ain't natural.
Love her everything I do. I do it for the love of you. You don't even want my love. I'll give it to someone who does. Someone grateful for faith. Someone who appreciates the comforts of a gilded cage and doesn't try to fly away the moment Mother Nature calls. Someone who can love these balls that hold her close and keep her safe. And then the well, that's my praise. Of you. Little songbird, give me a song. I'm a busy man, and I can't stay long. I got clients to call, I got orders to fill, I got walls to build, I got riots to quell, and they're giving me hell back in Haiti. Little songbird, can't catch your tongue. Always a pity for one so pretty and young. When poverty comes to clip your wings and knock the wind right out of your lungs, hey, nobody sings on empty.
Strange is the call of this strange man. I wanna fly down and feed at his hand. I want nice soft glaceland. I wanna lie down forever.
Little songbird, you got something fine. You shine like a diamond down in the mine. The choice is yours if you're willing to choose. Seeing is you, got nothing to lose. And I could use a canary.
Suddenly, nothing is as it was. Where are you now, Orpheus? Isn't it gonna be too much? Weren't we birds of
Hey, little songbird, let me guess. He's some kind of poet, and he's penniless. Give him your hand, he'll give you his hand to mouth. He'll write you a poem when the power is on. Hey, why not fly south for the winter? Hey, little songbird, look all around you. See how the vipers and vultures surround you. And they'll take you down, they'll pick you clean. If you stick around such a desperate scene, see people get mean when the chips are down.
Songbird versus rattlesnake. Ulysses was a hungry young girl.
ticket.
And Hades gave her a choice to make. A ticket to the underworld.
Life ain't easy. The girls got right on right for share. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. Help yourself. Help the rest. If you love you best. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down.
My aching heart.
What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. Take you, you can't live in words. Ain't nobody gonna take you trust. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. Shoot to kill if you don't do it, then the other one will. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. What you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down. And the first shall be first, and the last shall be last. Cast your eyes have eyes. You got a knife in the back. Nobody's righteous. Nobody's proud. Nobody's innocent. Now that the chips are down. Now that the chips are down.
Orpheus, my heart is yours, always was, and will be. It's my gut I can't ignore. Orpheus, I'm hungry. Oh, my heart it aches to stay, but the flesh will have its way. All the ways dark and long. I'm already gone. I'm going.
Go ahead and lay the blame. Talk of virtue, talk of sin. Wouldn't you have done the same? In her shoes, in her skin. You can have the prince of blood. You've got a belly full. But hunger has a way with you. There's no telling what you're gonna do when the chips are down. Now that the chips are down, what you gonna do when the chips are down? Now that the chips are down.
Hey, the big artiste, ain't you working on your masterpiece?
Be sure to see.
Brother, what do you care? You'll find another muse somewhere.
Where is she?
Why you wanna know?
Wherever she is where I'll go.
And why What if I said she's down below?
Down below.
Down below, 6 feet under the ground below. She called your name before she went, but I guess you weren't listening. So, just how far would you go for her?
To the end of time, to the end of the earth.
You got a ticket?
No,
Yeah, didn't think so. Cause there is another way, but I ain't supposed to say.
another way.
Around the back. But that ain't easy walking, Jack. It ain't for the sensitive of soul. So do you really wanna go?
With all my heart.
With all your heart? Well, that's a start. How to get to Hades Town? You have to take the long way down through the underground, under cover of night, laying low, staying out of sight. Ain't no compass, brother. Ain't no map, just a telephone wire and a railroad track. Keep on walking and don't look back till you get to the bottom line.
Wait for me, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming. Wait for me, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you.
River Styx is high and wide, cinder bricks and razor wire, walls of iron and concrete, hound dogs out around the gate. Those dogs are laid down and play dead. If you got the bones, if you got the bread, but if all you got is your own 2 legs, just be glad you got them.
Wait for me, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming with you. Wait for me, I'm coming to. Who are you? Where do you think you're going? Who are you? Why are you all alone? Who do you think you are? Who are you to think that you can walk a road that no one ever walked before?
Why do we build a wall, my children, my children? Why do we build a wall?
Why do we build the wall? We build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free.
How does the wall keep us free? My children, my children, how does the wall keep us free?
How does the wall keep us free? The wall keeps out the enemy, and we build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free.
Who do we call the enemy? My children, my children. Who do we call the enemy?
Who do we call the enemy? The enemy is poverty, and the wall keeps out the enemy, and we build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free.
Because we have and they have not. My children, because they want what we've got.
Because we have and they have not, because they want what we have got. The enemy is poverty, and the wall keeps out the enemy, and we build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free.
What do we have that they should want? My children, my children. What do we have that they should want?
What do we have that they should want? We have a war to work upon. We have work and they have none.
And our work is never done. My children, my children. And the war is never won. The enemy is poverty. And the war keeps out the enemy. And we build the wall to keep us free. That's why we build the wall. We build the wall to keep us free.
We build the wall to keep us free.
Then Hades told Eurydice,
There are papers to be signed. Step into my office.
and he closed the door behind. Now a lot can happen behind closed doors. That's for sure, brother. That's a fact. But a lot can happen on the factory floor when the foreman turns his back.
Anybody want a drink?
That's the scene right there. Take from that one. Oh yeah.
oh so strongest time. I got a sight for the sorest eye. When was the last time you saw the sky? Wipe away your tears, brother. Brother, I know how you feel. I can see you're blinded by the sadness of it all. But look a little closer and everything will be revealed. Look a little closer and there's a crack in the wall. Here's a delicate part of the trouble. Bring the hues of the cello. Contrapuntal on the violin. And Perowski on the drums. Chris Tornini on the bass. Michael Tromby on the guitar. And Cody Einstein on the keys. You want stars? I got a sky full. Put a quarter in the slot, we'll get a rifle. You want the moon? I got her too. She's right here waiting in my pay-per-view. I long to be in a moonshine, ain't no sin. Tell my husband to take his time, but the boss don't know, the boss won't mind. The deal is signed.
Yes,
About time. Get on the line.
I did what I had to do.
That's what they did too.
Now in Hadestown, there was a lot of souls
Oh, keep it in.
working on the wall with all their might.
Oh, you gotta keep it in.
See, they kept their heads down low.
If you wanna keep it in.
Couldn't quite see their faces right. But you could hear them singing,
Oh, keep it in.
swinging their hands in the whole hot round. You could hear the sound
already forgotten.
You see, it's like I said before, a lot can happen behind closed doors. You really see was a hungry young girl, but she wasn't hungry anymore. What she was instead was dead. Dead to the world anyway. You see, she went behind those doors and signed her life away.
Saw that we look in the sky.
The big bell tolling.
A lot of souls have gotta die to keep the rust belt rolling. A lot of spirits gotta break to make the underworld go round. Way down, Hadestown. Way down underground.
What I wanted was to fall asleep, close my eyes, and disappear like a paddle on a stream of flowers. Lily white and poppy red, I trembled when he laid me out. You won't feel a thing, he said, when you go down. Nothing can wake you now. Dreams are sweet until they're not. Mankind until they bend. Flowers bloom until they rot and fall apart. Is anybody listening? I open my mouth and nothing comes out. Nothing can wake me Flowers. I remember fields of flowers, soft beneath my heels, walking in the sun. I remember someone by my side, turned his face to mine, and then I turned away into the shade. When I
Mr. Hermes told me so. Whatever happened, I'm to blame.
No,
You called my name.
you came. But how'd you get here? On the train?
No, I walked a long way.
How'd you get beyond the wall?
I sang a song so beautiful. The stones wept and they let me in. I can sing a song again. Yes, I can.
No, you don't understand.
Young man. I don't think we've met before. You're not around here, son. Don't know who the hell you are, but I can tell you don't belong. These are working people, son. Law-abiding citizens. Go back to where you came from. You're on the wrong side of the fence.
Hades, I know this boy.
One of the unemployed.
His name is
You
Orpheus.
stay out of this.
Orpheus was a poor boy.
You hear me, son?
You might say he was naive.
You better run!
But this poor boy raised up his voice with his heart out on his sleeve.
No, Orpheus, you should go.
I'm not going back alone. I came to take her home.
Who the hell you think you are? Who the hell you think you're talking to? She couldn't go anywhere, even if she wanted to. You're not around here, son. If you were, then you would know that everything and everyone in Hades town I own. That I only buy what others choose to sell. Oh, you didn't know. She signed the deal herself. And now she
Isn't true.
belongs to
It
me.
isn't true. What you said, you're missing it.
I do.
As for you, everybody gather around. Everybody look and see what becomes of trespassers with no respect for property.
Why the struggle, why the stray? Why make trouble, why make scenes? Why go against the grain? Why swim upstream? It ain't no use. You're bound to lose. What's done is done. That's the way the river runs. So why get wet? Why break a sweat? Why waste your precious breath? say. If there's nothing to be done, if it's true that it's too late, and the girl I love is gone, if it's true what they say, is this how the world is? To be beaten and betrayed and then be told that nothing changes. It'll always be like this if it's true what they say. I'll be on my way.
And the boy turned to go, because he thought no one could hear. But everybody knows that walls have ears. And the workers heard him
If it's true what they say,
with their hammer swinging,
what's the purpose of a man?
and they quit their working
Just to turn his eyes away,
when they heard him singing.
just to throw up both his hands.
No hammer
What's the
swinging,
use of his backbone?
no pickaxe ring.
Then he never stands
And
upright.
they stood and listened
If he turns his back on
to
everyone,
the poor boy sing.
then he could have stood beside. It's true what they say. I'll be on my way. But who are they to say what the truth is anyway? 'Cause the ones who tell the lies are the slowest to swear, and the ones who roll the dice always say the toss is fair, and the ones who deal the cards are the ones who take the tricks with their hands over their hearts. While we play the game they fix, and the ones who speak the word always say it's the last, and no answer will be heard. It's the question no one asks, so I'm asking if it's true. I'm asking me and you and you and you. I believe our answer matters more than anything they say. We stand and listen. I believe if there is still a will, then there is still a way. We're standing ready. I believe there is a way. I believe in us together more than anyone alone. We're standing nearly. I believe that with each other we are stronger than we know. I believe we're stronger than they know. I believe that we are many. I believe that they are few. We're standing. And it isn't more few to tell many what is true. We understand this. It's true. It's true what they say. I'll be on my way. Tell me what to do. Is it true? Is it true what they say? What are you afraid of?
What?
He's just a boy in love.
Have a drink, why don't you?
No, I've had enough. He loves that girl, Hades.
Well, that's too bad.
He has the kind of love for her that you and I once had.
The girl means nothing to me.
I know, but she means everything to him.
So,
Let her go. Hades, my husband. Hades, my light. Hades, my darkness. If you had heard how we sang tonight, you pity poor orphan
songs people sing, however sorry they are. Give them a piece and they'll take it all. Show them a crack, they'll tear down the wall. Lend them an ear, and the kingdom will fall. The kingdom will fall for us all.
What does he care for the logic of kings, the laws of your underworld? It is only for love that he sings. He sings for the love of a girl.
When no pity don't fit in my bed, you just burn like a fire in the pit of my bed, and I turn like a bird on a spit in my bed. How long, how long, how long?
How long? Just as long as I am your wife. It's true, the earth must die. Then the earth comes back to life, and the sun must go on rising. Love is the sun, leaving fit in the sky. It burns like a fire in the pit of the sky. The earth is a bird on a spit in the sky. How long? How long? How long?
Now everybody knows that walls have edges.
What's that noise?
Is it true? Is it true?
It's the boy!
A million tons of stone and steel
Is it true?
echo his refrain.
Young man, got to hand it to you. Guess you don't scare easy, do ya? Are you brave or stupid, son? Doesn't matter which one. 'Cause it seems your song made quite a strong impression on my wife. And it takes more than singing songs to keep a woman in your arms. Take it from a man, not a young. If you wanna hold a woman's son, hang a chain around her throat, made of many karat gold. Shackle her from wrist to wrist with sterling silver bracelets. Fill her pockets full of stones, precious ones, diamonds. Bind her with a golden band. Take it from an old man.
Raise my voice, raise my voice, get low. Raise my head, my head, get low. I take my face, and I take my face, raise my voice, get low. Change the way it is. Why do we turn away instead of standing with him? Oh, keep your head while we dig it out. Break from it, oh, keep your head free. Tell me why we can't even stand upright. If we're free, tell me when we can stand with our fellow men. Keep your head up.
Man, I was young once too. Sang a song of love like you, son. I too was left behind. Turned on one too many times. Now I sing a different song, one I can depend upon. A simple tune, a steady beat, the music of machinery. You hear that heavy metal sound, a symphony, the rhythm's gone. Since my wife is such a fan, since I'm gonna count to 3 and pull you out of your misery. One, give me one more song before I send you to the great beyond where nobody can hear you sing. Sing a song for me, make me laugh, make me weep, make the king feel young again. Sing for an old man.
King of shadows, king of shades, Hades was king of the underworld.
Oh, it's about me, huh?
Go on.
But he fell in love with a beautiful lady who walked up above in her mother's green field. He fell in love with Persephone, Now that the man is king, what has become of the heart of that man? Now that he has everything, what he has, the more he holds, the greater the weight of the world on his shoulders. See how he labors beneath that load, afraid to look up and afraid to let go. So he keeps his head low, he keeps his back bending. He's grown so afraid that he'll lose what he owns. What he doesn't know is that what he's defending is already gone. Where is the treasure inside your chest? Where is your pleasure? Where is your youth? Where is the man with his arms outstretched to the woman he loves, with nothing to lose? Singing
Orpheus was a poor boy, but he had a gift to give. This poor boy brought the world back into tune, is what he did. And Hades and Persephone, they took each other's hands. And brother, you know what they did? They danced.
table laid. I have no bed of feathers. Whatever promises I made, I can't promise you fair sky above. Can't promise you kind road below. But I'll walk beside you, loved, any way the wind blows.
I don't need gold, don't need silk, just bread when I'm hungry, fire when I'm cold. Don't need a ring for my finger, just need a steady hand to hold. Don't promise me fair sky above, don't promise me kind road below. Just walk beside you, love, anywhere the wind blows.
Him,
Hey, let us go. Look at him. He can't say no.
what about them?
We'll show the way. If we can do it, so can they. I don't know where this road will end, but I'm walking with you hand in hand. I can't promise you fair sky above. Can't promise you kind road below. But I'll walk beside you, love, anywhere the wind blows.
Do you let me walk with you?
I do,
I do, I do.
and keep on walking, come with me.
I will.
I will.
We will.
And so the poor boy asked the king,
Can we go?
and this is how he answered him.
I don't know.
Gotta think, we can't say faith. Caught between a rock and a hard place. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do now? If you tell them no, you're a heartless man. And you're gonna have a mark on your head. If you let them go, you're a spineless king. And you're never gonna get me like I gave him down. If you don't, then you do. Whole damnation's watching you. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do now? Here's a little tip. Word to the wise. Here's a little snippet of an eye. Fools and men are frail. Give them the rope and they'll hang themselves.
The devil take this office. And his belladonna kiss. Beautiful. Poisoned. Lovely. Deadly. Dangerous this jackal. With his kiss, alive stars, all my children came here born to and he's out of his mind. Every coward seems courageous in the safety of a crowd. Bravery can be contagious when the band is playing loud. Nothing makes a man so bold as a woman's smile and a handful. But all alone, blood runs thin. And doubt comes. Doubt comes in.
What is it?
Well, the good news is, he said that you can go.
He did?
He did.
He did. There's bad news though.
What is it?
You can walk, but it won't be like you planned.
What do you mean?
Why not?
Well, you won't be hand in hand. You won't be arm in arm, side by side, and all of that. He said that you have to walk in front, and she has to walk in back.
Why?
And if you turn around to make sure she's coming too, then she goes back to Hades Town, and ain't nothing you can do.
But why?
Why build walls? Make folks walk single file. Divide and conquer is what it's called.
It's a trap.
It's a trial. Do you trust each other? Do you trust yourselves?
We do.
Well, listen, brother. If you want to walk out of hell, you're gonna have to prove it before gods and men. Can you do that?
We can.
Alright, time to go. Yes.
It's not a trick.
No. It's a test. The meanest dog you will ever meet. He ain't the hound dog in the street. He bears some teeth and tears some skin. But brother, that's the worst of him. Now the dog you really got dread is the one that howls inside your head. It's him whose howling drives men mad and the mind to its undoing.
Wait for me, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming with you. Wait for me, I'm coming too. I'm coming
Show
too.
the way so we can see. Show the way the world could be. If you can do it, so can she. If she can do it, so can we. Show the way the world could be. Show the way so we believe. We will follow where you lead. We will follow with you. Show the
I
way.
think they'll make it.
I don't know.
Show the way.
Hades, you let them
Show
go.
the way.
I let them try.
And how about you and
Show
I?
the way.
Are we gonna try again?
Show the way.
It's time for spring. We'll try again next fall.
Wait for me.
I will.
Wait for me, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming with you. Wait for me, I'm coming too. I'm coming too.
Who are you? Who do you think you are? Who are you? Who are you to lead her?
the sea. It's an old song. It's an old tale from way back when. It's an old song. And that is how it ends. That's how it goes. Don't ask why, brother, don't ask how. He could have come so close. The sound was written long ago. And that is how it goes. It's a sad song. It's a sad tale. It's a tragedy. It's a sad song. But we sing it anyway. Because here's the thing, to know how it ends and still begin to sing it again, as if it might turn out this time. I learned that from a friend of mine. See, Orpheus was a poor boy.
Anybody got a match?
But he had a gift to give.
Give me that.
He can make you see how the world could be, in spite of the way that it is. Can you see it? Can you hear it? Can you feel it? Like a train. Is it coming? Is it coming this way? On a sunny day to the railroad car, and the lady stepping off the train. Everybody looking, everybody sighing. to sing it again.